Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again for our time together. It's a beautiful Monday, the last week of the year. Now, I have to be honest with you. The week in between Christmas and New Year's is always my favorite week to be in Manila. You say, why, Pastor? Because nobody else is here. There will be no traffic all this week. The shopping malls will be relatively uncrowded. The pollution will go away. So for those of you that have stayed home for the holidays like we are, this is going to be a nice week to drive around and see things that we haven't seen for a while. And EDSA won't look like the great parking lot, and South Superhighway won't look like the great parking lot. It's a great week to be here. I want us to go back today to Revelation chapter 18 again. We started reading about fallen is Babylon the Great. Now, Babylon the Great here in Revelation 17 and 18 is a combination of both a political system and a religious system. Let me say that again. Kind of a combination of a political system and a religious system. It's the great whore Babylon. It's the great false religious system of the world during the Great Tribulation. And I want you to notice a few things about it. We already read in chapter 18 yesterday, verse 3, the merchants of the earth grew rich from her excessive luxuries. Down in verse 9, the kings of the earth who committed adultery with her and shared her luxury. Verse 11, the merchants of the earth will weep and mourn over her because no one buys their cargoes anymore. Verse 15, the merchants who sold these things and gained their wealth from her will stand far off, terrified at her torment. Verse 19, woe, woe, O great city, where all the ships of the sea became rich through her wealth. People wonder, why do people hang around false religion? Now leave the political system out of it and just deal with the religious element here. Why do people hang around with false religion? Why do politicians and why do business people gravitate, it seems, to false religions? Well, because they make money. The excessive luxuries. They grow rich. They share in these luxuries that earlier are called excessive luxuries. They make money. It's all about money. You see, brothers and sisters, you cannot love God and money. Now think with me the definition of 1 Corinthians 13 love. 1 Corinthians 13 love, when you apply that to the idea of people loving money, you begin to see just how money becomes the central focus of people's lives. And so they look past everything else. Again, the bottom line, why do politicians and why do business people gravitate like bees to honey to false religion? The excessive luxuries that they want to share in and the wealth.